Hi kids, and welcome to Story Time with Miss Preethi from the team of I Spy Hope. Today's story is one that is about two adorable looking squirrels. Now, before we get to the story, think of your friends. Have you ever had any disagreements with them? Have you had any small fights with them? Today's story is a really cute and a fun way of looking at the same thing of how, yes, we are all friends. We're all, maybe even it has to do with our siblings as well, but we all have small fights now and then. But yes, we do have fights. How do we still maintain a good relationship with our friends without the fight becoming really big? Right? Let's look at today's story. Squirrels Who Squabbled by Rachel Bright and Jim Field. In a towering forest where summer had been, the cool air bit fresh and the mosses grew green. And as autumn edged in and the sky raged red, the sleepiest creatures got ready for bed. While up in a tree swung a flighty young squirrel who everyone knew as Spontaneous Cyril. That's our first squirrel. His name is Cyril. Now, most foresty folk have seen to their needs through the plentiful months of mushrooms and seeds. They'd built up their stores so they'd all be well fed through the frosting of winter that glittered ahead. But Cyril, he lived in the now and the here. He'd adventured and partied his way through the year. So his cupboard was empty, his hollow was bare. He hadn't a mouthful of food anywhere. Oh no, it's going to be winter and Cyril has not saved any food. But wait, what was that? Over there, take a look. A single lone pine cone wedged in a nook. He squealed with delight, and for very good reason. From inside were the very last nuts of the season. Do you think Cyril will get the last nut of the season? Let's watch. But Cyril wasn't alone. There were more hungry eyes. Yes, plan ahead Bruce had his sights on the prize. Ooh, there's another squirrel and his name is Bruce. Though he'd gathered a mountain of bounty, hard fought, Bruce was convinced he was one pine cone short. I simply must have it, he wistfully cried as he dreamt of the fresh, juicy pine nuts inside. But do you see the mountain of food that Bruce has already collected? Ooh, that's interesting. So as Cyril set off on his way to the ground, Bruce, he was also last pine cone bound. They sprinted and scurried with no time to gamble. They scratched at the bark in their scampering scamble. But their panic and haste shook the tips of the spruce, and the pine cone, it trembled, and then it came loose. Oh no, it's fallen down. Both the squirrels gave chase at the lightning pace. This was the start of a wildy, nutty race. It's mine, shouted Squirrel. No, mine, hollowed Bruce. You don't stand a chance. Give it up, it's no use. I'm hungry, said Cyril. That cone is not yours. Stand back, said Bruce. This cone is for my stores. It boinged over bushes and flew through the air. It binged on the nose of a slumbering bear. It bounced over boulders and then came to a stop. Then teetered and warbled and quivered and flopped. Both the squirrels followed. Oh, the water's so fast! Would they learn that they needed each other at last? So both the squirrels are now trying to get the cone out of the water. But each was intent on how he could win. So they didn't quite notice a bird sweeping in. Cyril and Bruce, they watched in dismay as their cone disappeared up, up and away. "Come back!" shouted Cyril. "They're all nuts!" exclaimed Bruce. But all hope was gone. It was simply no use. And meanwhile, they drifted right up to the ledge. Greed, it was driving them over the edge. Cyril and Bruce, they had taken a fall. They were paying the price for wanting it all. They'd squandered their chances to team up and share. Would their nutty young hopes simply end in despair? Could they have just taken the nut and shared it amongst themselves? Then they wouldn't be in so much trouble falling into the water too, right? Let's see what happens to Cyril and Bruce. Bruised and bedraggled, they swept past dry land. Cyril grabbed at a branch with a trembling hand. Catching Bruce with the other, he heaved and he puffed, and he dragged them to safety with panting and puffs. They stared at the sky, quite lost in deep thought, until Bruce looked at Cyril and let out a snort. "How silly we are," he proclaimed, all a jiggle. "How greedy I've been," spluttered Bruce with a giggle. "We shall change from today. May the squabbling cease. We could celebrate seeing we are both in one piece." From that day and forward, they made a great pair. They would gather together and found they could share. Yes, Cyril and Bruce, they knew in the end, the best thing to share is a laugh with a friend. Let's say that again. The best thing to share is a laugh with a friend. So that was the story of the squirrels who squabbled. What do you think? Is sharing with your friends better or squabbling with your friends better? It's something for you to discuss. But until then, remember, have fun learning and have a wonderful day ahead. Thank you.